it's a great kind of excuse to come and enjoy some of the sunshine. It's in the spirit of kind of Joe, as she was just talking to you about launching the JDI campaign. Just do it, and the spirit of pushing things a little bit further is something that's an everyday goal for the Nike design team. You know, I think we go to work every single day in Portland, Oregon, with the desire to go that one step further, and certainly my team does a great job of doing that. So we're going to talk to you a little bit today about the collection and what an important collection it is for us, for women. I don't just think this is another collection. I really think this is a collection that makes a difference for Nike Women's. And a lot of hard work and toil went into this. One of the ways we kind of get to this product is through the collaborations that we have and the ability to cross-pollinate our ideas in the Nike design department. There are over 600 designers at Nike, and that's globally. So in the world headquarters, there are 200 or 300 world-class designers and innovators and engineers and thinkers, and it's really great to one day I can go and talk to somebody in basketball that's working on some new material innovation, and I can borrow ideas from them and bring them into women's. The next day I may be walking down the corridor and I'll bump into Tinker Hatfield, who designed the original Jordan 1, or I can go to the Innovation Kitchen or the NSRL. The NSRL is another amazing resource that Nike Design we have. The NSRL stands for the Nike Sports Research Lab, and it's a state-of-the-art facility run by some of the world's top sports scientists, and they analyze athletes day in, day out, gathering data to help inform the design teams as they create their product. So really everything that we do has got a tremendous amount of backing behind it, a tremendous amount of knowledge gained in order to get to the product that we deliver to our consumer. Because ultimately, when we're delivering something like this collection, we want to make sure that it's elevating every experience that the female consumer can have. So we want not only the retail experience to be incredible, but we want the product itself to speak to her. We want it to feel luxurious and premium. We want, when she wears it, for it to feel like there's zero distractions. We want it to work for her amazingly without even realizing. We want it to perform, and it's the ultimate goal for us is to deliver all of these incredible experiences at an elevated level, which is why we kind of create this collection. The way we got to this collection really is by a few different routes really. The first one is we listen. This is what we do again, day in, day out. We listen to our athlete. We have the tremendous privilege of being able to work one-on-one with many of the world's greatest athletes. We see people on a daily basis that you typically only see kind of in sports stadiums or on TV, and it's a wealth of knowledge for us to gather from them. It's incredible to meet with Serena and be told what exactly she needs, why she likes this length of a pant, why Maria Sharapova likes a certain cut in the sleeve, all of these kind of tiny little details that helps them perform. It's really our job to take those components and build them into something that's beautiful for the consumer as well. So that's really what we try and do, and try and extend and try and really take on the spirit of just do it and go like one step further. Like I said. I also say that working with athletes is as much a privilege as it is probably the most difficult job in the world, because if you think about a fashion company where they have to meet the demands of a fashion client, which is tremendously difficult, the demands of a professional athlete are intense. It's ridiculous how much is needed from the athletes. But I can also tell you that nothing beats the feeling you get when you were part of putting together something that an athlete wore when they broke a record, when they won the Grand Slam, when they crossed that finish line a second quicker than they've ever done it before. And that feeling is what keeps me at Nike. I've been at Nike now for 13 years, and I think it's what keeps my team motivated, and the creative community at Nike keeps us at the top of the game. It keeps us ahead of everybody else. I think it's a huge advantage. So what we did for this collection was we took that athlete insight, we talked to our consumer, we listened, and we decided we're going to pick kind of the key items that every girl has. Every girl, you know, I don't want to say the basics, but those key things. It's a tank, it's a tight, it's a bra, it's a top, it's a pant. We want to take all those things, we want to elevate them in every way possible. We want to elevate the performance, we want to elevate the quality of the fabrics, we want to elevate the innovation, and finally elevate the look and aesthetic to create a beautiful, amazing performing collection. And I think that's what we've done here today. In a few minutes I'm going to kind of talk you through the collection, take you through some of the key pieces and some of the amazing innovations that have been included in this collection. Before that, I also want to touch a little bit on kind of the ins and outs, give you a little bit of insight into some of the small details that we do every single day that make sure that this product fits better than anything ever. We work with the NSRL. I told you about the NSRL, the Nike Sports Research Lab. We also have an incredible pool of Nike master trainers throughout the world. We went to those guys and we asked them a question. We said, if you could analyze every single sport that any female athlete could participate in, whether it's a fitness activity, you know, yoga, Pilates, whether it's running, whether she's playing tennis, playing soccer, whatever she may be doing, is there a series of movements that the physical body does that can be narrowed down so that we can use those in our everyday lives at work to make sure that the product fits? And so they did that. They went away and they analyzed all these sports and they determined that there are 6 core movements that the body does every single day, every single activity. And we use those in and out every single day to create our product. So I'm going to introduce you to our 2 models who are going to come out, and I'm going to demonstrate what those 6 core moves are, and just give you a little bit of insight as to the way we think as we kind of look at the product in the models. Okay. So the first move that we're going to show you today is the push. So the push movement, very fundamental in any kind of movement, but really we look at the push movement and we're looking at the upper body. We're really determining the full range of motion that's needed through the elbow, through the shoulder, around the neckline, making sure the sweep, which is kind of the width of the garment, is correct, it doesn't hang. And we do that. We'll do this movement at every fit session, anytime we're trying it on a new product that we're testing. The second movement is the pull. So much the same as the push, the pull helps us determine the full range of motion that is needed. We want to make sure that that sleeve head on the garment fits correctly, but not only when our arms are down by our side, when it's fully up, when it's fully back, when it's fully in front. The next movement we're going to do is the bend. A critical movement. This really helps us with the pant fit. Certainly around the waist, we want to make sure that that's absolutely an optimal fit for her. We want to make sure it stretches and moves with her. We want to make sure that it doesn't move into any position that it shouldn't do. And it's certainly a key thing that we do day in, day out. Next, we have the rotate. So again, all these are really, really fundamental movements, right? But the rotate helps us when we're fitting garments together. So when we're fitting a pant with a top, we want to make sure that they work with each other and don't fight against each other in any way. We want to make sure that the fabrics don't rub against each other and create friction. There's so many different aspects of the rotate. And next we have the squat. Really core movement for us. We want to make sure that the knees are fitting correctly, that the ankles are fitting correctly. Again, that the lower back is fitting nicely around the waistline. And then finally we have the lunge. So the lunge would help us in any kind of activity like a run, where there's any kind of leg separation. We want to make sure the rise is correct. We want to make sure the pant is fitting and not riding. So all of these components are critical to us and something that we do every day. We don't just fit on static bodies at Nike. So, thanks guys. So, like I said, this is really a fundamental. Of course, we go 10 steps further on every single piece as we get into it. But I just wanted to give you kind of a taste of some of the things that we do day in and day out, and you know, really helped us to formulate the collection that I'm going to introduce to you in a moment. So I'm really, really excited about the collection. We not only have a really talented pool of design, but we also have color teams that are amazing and that have really, I think, really nailed it this season from a color perspective. And I think the product looks fantastic. We'll just wait for the models to come out, and I'll take you through the looks, as well as introduce you to some of the key innovations that are in these products. And in a few minutes, I'll give you the opportunity to ask me some questions. So maybe you can think about those for a moment.